Hello, folks. Got a good one for you today. Quote my favorite guy on the actual traditional markets. A little shout out to the Maverick of Wall Street. So, we're having a look at some news today, some changes in the market, what's going on with HEX prices. Let's sit down and have a look. Now, first off, I need to do myself a little bit of a retraction. Apparently, I may have made a mistake here when I was looking at Uniswap version 2 information. So we're going to go over to this. So I was looking at everything on Uniswap, not just the Ether that was, or Ethereum that was actually bonded into liquidity. So I'm going to show you how to update these numbers. We got 1.09 billion. Back to this spreadsheet where I had this. Oopsie doodle. 1. Oh yeah, still got to put that in right. 0.90 billion. There we go. Boom. That changes things around a little bit, doesn't it? And then I do prefer the scientific. So yeah, now looking at this stuff, what we're going to do here, originally I had this as a root function. I can replace it over here. And this one, though, I have to change around. C12. I don't remember what I was doing down here, but here I wanted these liquidity pools and I wanted an actual K value, which should have been this one times this one, which should have then proven to be the same. Oh, look at that. It is. So now all the previous math is all lined up to what is actually on there, but as you can see, it didn't affect any of the prices. I did that separately at the time of the snapshot. So oopsie doodle, corrected. You actually want to go click on the pair you're looking at. I at least did that with HEX when I was looking at my other math. So back to HEX. The whole reason you guys came here probably is what's going on. So Richard has done some tweets lately. And again, HEX, oh, I'm teasing you. We're going to go sideways. So another thing he released today. The executive order on ensuring responsible development of digital assets. Everyone's been afraid. What's Biden going to do? What are these regulations? How harsh is it going to get on crypto? And there's a whole lot in here, but basically what it says is, hey, we're going to do a bunch of research. Yeah. We're going to collect a bunch of information. Yeah. We're going to spend some money on some panels to talk about what's good. Yeah. And do you have any actual really goals to change anything? Not yet. We're in an assessment period. We have plans to assess. Do you have any clear plans on assessing? No, not really any clear plans. We're assessing how to assess. Okay, so this is business as usual in Congress, which means, yeah, nothing is coming anytime soon right now with actual changes to crypto because, well, they can't really control it. They don't have the admin keys. Vitalik does, at least with Ethereum. And luckily, with Richard Heart products, there are no admin keys. So yeah, the interface of the KYC is all they can affect, and even then they can't do much because they want to collect their taxes. So stop fearing the government and crypto. They can't regulate it much, and eventually we'll figure out a way to get, a better KYC where we're better protected. Now, in the meantime, we're looking at HEX. Those that bought or held at the deepest dips, HEX is on an 80% sale from its all-time high. You can see how this chart go up, it go up, it go up, it go up. This is the logarithmic view. Now we've had a long market correction. Look, we've had those before. Oh, this one was a nice big wide W. I think this one's just a little bit of a wider W, maybe ready to go up anytime soon because it goes up and to the right. So let's have a look a little bit closer at HEX. What's been going on here? Ooh, wait a minute. This is interesting, isn't it? So, what do we actually have going on here with the HEX price? What do all these bars mean? Well, sum it up, HEX price is moving less and less and less, but there are bigger shifts in volume trading. The volume today is up to $20 million. So to kind of break this guys down for you a little bit is, as an asset is traded, there are basically good and bad signs where, as the asset is traded, if the price is moving but the volume is low, the price is being dragged around not for the good reasons, not because people are investing in it, but because assets it's related to are fluctuating in price, such as the US dollar and Ethereum. So these low days down here, not a lot of volume, but the price still go up and down. It's being pushed around not as much by the actual market. So the volume trading goes up. Ooh, and we've got bull flags forming. We actually have pressure building in the market, waiting to go one direction or the other. So how do we start to figure out what kind of directions might happen? I know I said I threw technical analysis out the window, but we're going to have a little look. We're going to have a little look. So I like the MACD. All right, MACD. What do I want? Custom indicator. Strategy? No, I don't want that one. This is the fun you guys get to see my novice self try and get these to go. So what is it? Indicators I want. MACD. Is it the custom I use? Ooh, that one's ugly. But it shows a point. So this line here is kind of like a baseline between the average. You've got a moving average, you've got the purchase, you got a whole lot of information going on. But what you need to know is that when you see the red here, that basically it's diverging from the moving average and it's selling more and getting cheaper faster. So price going down. This is not a lead indicator, it's a following, but you can see how much farther it's dropped outside of the market channel. So when it's low, not a guarantee it can't go lower, but with other indicators, maybe it wants to push up. So we're going to close this. What other indicators may we look at? Well, I do like the RSI, the stochastic. At least I know this is the right one. So these are oversold conditions, overbought conditions. I am dyslexic, bear with me. Overbought conditions, oversold conditions. Okay, so we can see as the price goes down, it's getting sold too much, but it tends to come up. Sometimes it can be held down. So it's not a direct indicator to price. This is just kind of following, but with this one, it's not so much a lead, but I use it with the MACD. All right, so what's going on? So right now, getting oversold. Well, you can see periods where it stays oversold if the market's primed right. So none of this TA is specifically the MACD or the RSI saying that the price is going to go up, but it's saying conditions are all right. The MACD is under and the RSI is a little overbought, but the volume in the last recent while has spiked. Also, interestingly enough, from what I've heard, the liquidity pools have gone down in size. So may we want to investigate liquidity pools in HEX, see what this rumor is all about. I think we may. Why not load Uniswap? Thank you. Alright, so search pairs and tokens. Alright, we're going to look at the USD pair because look what's floating there. We don't want the HEX pair or HEX ETH pair because that's limited and under 20%. We will come back and we can add these together. It does matter. So let's look at the HEX USD pair. See what we've got going on here. 15 million in total liquidity with the asset. So how did we do that math again? We'll come over here and we'll start a new side here. We can drop it in here, replace Ethereum. So yeah, we'll do that. So 15 million. Just reuse the math. What was that? At Uniswap info, 15,522,000. I'm not going to worry about the last $22. All right, 15 million. Oh, wow, my brain is working great. We can tell. Oh yeah, 522. 5220. Okay, I'll include it. We all happy now? Oh, this is definitely wrong. We need to change the price for HEX. So what does that price have us at? I know it's around 11 cents, but this should have a specific price listed on here in this pair. 1108. Okay. So should be put up 0.1108. Enter. Now we're getting some information for the liquidity pool size for HEX. And you can see that if it were $1, this would be the valued amount. This is for one part of the pool. Alright, now we've got another part of the pool, don't we? We go back, look again, HEX, we got the ETH pair. So again, the price is still the same, the 11 cents in ETH, but total liquidity, that accounts for another 3,381,000. So that liquidity pool, we can just say, is about 1/5 the size. You know, that 3 million is 1/5 the size of 15 million. We'll just roughly wing that. So if that's true, then together, that's like 18 million, right? So we're rounding because I don't feel like doing the math at this point, just showing you guys what's in the liquidity right now in Uniswap version 2. So that one's 18 million. Then we know if we take this equal this one divided by this one. That, and that should equal that times that, and that's more the size of, so this was HEX value in USDC, HEX in coins. Alright, we're starting to get some numbers here. So again, this one was USDC plus ETH, rounded, and we get an idea that the liquidity pool is roughly around this size. Well, that's smaller than the liquidity pool I remember calculating, because I thought mine was at 3.5. Maybe I'm wrong. But I've heard that, a little bit of liquidity's been pulled. Well, that's scary with all the extra volume, isn't it? No, that is not scary with all the extra volume. So let's go ahead and get rid of these indicators, shall we? Get rid of this noise. Refresh the chart, reload it. There we go. Noise gone. So let's zoom out for some fun TA. Doesn't this look like a scary roller coaster? It does. But you're seeing these spikes in volume, which weren't there as the price was dropping originally. People are getting more antsy. With a smaller liquidity, yeah, the price goes down easier. But do you see more green spikes in the last little while than real big red spikes? A little bit, eh? There's been some steady pressure, but that's almost sold out. The liquidity pool has gone smaller, so yeah, it can be more volatile, go down easier, but it can go up easier. And if we're running out of all this sell pressure, and we're starting to see some buy pressure, would a smaller liquidity pool help this number decide that it might want to go this way? It might. No guarantees in life, no expectation of work from others. But if liquidity pools have gone down, and HEX is at a historic discount because, well, it doesn't take more than a 95% dip ever, and this has been down as far, depending on who you talk to, 80 to 85%. That means there's not much further it can go down before it's about to do its slingshot up. So again, we want to take a look without the noise as much from Richard Hart's. There we go. This is the logarithmic view, because HEX looks like a flat line before a certain date because, well, we're looking at movements in dollars, and movements was in fractions and fractions of a cent. But now when you go by multiples of 10 for a logarithmic view, we start to get another picture. You can find this on lookintohex.com. But people had drawn lines like, oh, this is our logarithmic growth chart. So originally they were expecting this is our baseline. We can never go below it. Now they're scared. Yeah, they're scared. Oh, it went out. That's okay. This is called a market correction. As you can see, we've done that earlier. Like, this line doesn't count all this earlier time, it was just a nice little run up of these three, and we'd stayed really high. Doesn't mean we can't get back over that line? No, not at all. As far as we can tell, the only resistance line we formed so far is okay. Fun facts again. See, we haven't really crossed this top line on logarithmic. So it would be unreasonable to assume that by May it would be more than $6.85. But this used to mean, oh, we're expecting $1 by this time. Yeah, this has shifted out. We're still expecting logarithmic growth, but our minimum 15 cents. So if this is our bounce up point, you can kind of see some fun with numbers here. This is not a guarantee. This line can always shift. But minimum time, if this is our new rebound point, it's $1. How long does it take us to get to $1? I got to keep this lined up nicely. That's close enough. 15th of December. It's funny how I keep saying we're going to have a very Merry Christmas, and I'm pretty sure that P.S. and ETHEX paired together will be over $1 by the end of the year. I don't know that it can't go lower, but traditionally the asset will always have a nice rebound. So I mean, some people like to do, I'll give a shout out to Deep Stakes, Silver Fox, do an analysis where he'll copy an earlier segment of time where we've repeated the W shape. Like this small little W here looks like it could be maybe larger here. And then we see what happens after the W. So now you want to look at Bitcoin and other assets. So I did actually look at HEX.com. I did rip a file off of look into HEX.com. So where was it? There it was. That's the one we want. Here's your chart. Alright, so that logarithmic growth I'm showing you is literally the purple here. So this is the first 800 days of all three assets. Obviously, Ethereum has run 6 years. Bitcoin has run 13. That's why they run longer. But this shows you the highest producing assets of all time. All three of them. Oh, interesting that HEX on that list. Now we see what happens here eventually with Bitcoin. We see what happens here eventually with Ethereum. There's a point of run up where the corrections get longer. Like you see this huge run up Bitcoin had, and then a big market correction. Well, that was a long one. We've had a long run up. Could we have a market correction like that? It's possible, but I still think we're in the early phases, you know, where this stuff is happening between the assets. So nobody knows the future for sure, but wouldn't it be funny if we do this before the end of the year? Or maybe there's going to be a little more wiggling. You know, like nothing goes perfect like that. And then maybe we'll blow like this. Like this is me having fun, just drawing. This is not actual math and numbers. I just like to imagine. But yes, HEX is primed as an asset with high volume, low liquidity, lots of demand, new projects releasing around it. Oh, and it's already the highest producing asset in its class in all time for the days served. Wow. Wow. That is impressive. That is impressive. So am I worried that we've been dipping out of the logarithmic? No, I have been buying. Yes, I'm catching the falling knife, but we've had our massive correction. It's time for the other side of the parabola. So that is what I am seeing right now in HEX. That is the awesomeness of, yes, it is on a sale from the all-time high. Thank you, Chief. And yeah, this is still more blabbing and nothing to worry about. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here for my channel. I can't believe all of the support and love. Pay no attention to that. That's for another episode I was thinking about working on. So again, I have a little Telegram channel since you've made it to the end. If you want to come talk in about game theory, learn more about crypto, come on in. I am not sure where I'm even going with this, but I am trying to educate people on crypto, on the values and benefits of the assets. I am not a financial advisor. Oh, I forgot my warning. I am not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment. I do moon math. I'm a college dropout. I just found out there was a difference between Ethereum and Bitcoin on November 10th. And if I ramble about math, you'll either fall asleep or your head may explode. You have been warned. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Another video coming at you soon.